Well, we got another Takcom knife in the studio. I got this one. This is just the Grunt. It was a previous knife that I did, and I'll put a link down below to my other reviews on Takcom knives. The Barracuda was crazy, super, almost no play in the blade. It was a dagger blade though, and some people don't like double edge, blah, blah, blah. I kind of like double edge on OTFs because I see them as a tactical or self-defense type knife, okay? But this is this is kind of a situation where Takcom is saying, we don't want to just be that. We want to be a work knife that you can carry and use, just a normal, practical, And I don't normally see OTFs as that, but look at this. Okay, pretty practical looking, isn't it? And but easy. I handed this to another guy who has a knife company as well, and he messed with it a little bit, going, you know what? I really like the action on this as well, on this button here that's deploys, retracts, that kind of thing. That really does a good job. It's not too stiff, but it's not too, weak as well. It's just right, okay? It's got texturing on it, so, that gives you the tactiles. Oh, of course, it's aluminum. And this one's M390, okay? And let's get some old scrap paper here. Okay, should take care of business there. Yes, you will. Okay, so these are the high-end range on Takcom, because you have Takcom, and then you have Tac knives. Takcom being T-A-K, right? And do they have a thing on it? T-A-K-C-O-M, okay? But then they have Tac knives, which is T-A-C-K-N-I-V-E-S. Tac knives is the more budget-oriented knives that are probably in D2 or other things like that, but they're not the 154 CM or M390 or Magnacut. The Barracuda was Magnacut. That's the only one I know that they've come out with in Magnacut. Now, Bestech is the OEM. So Bestech is making these high-end OTFs for Takcom, okay? And Takcom is in Miami, and so, hey, I'm 150 miles from Miami, so I get it pretty quick when I order it. And then I had a thing where I disassembled and I blew a spring out, and it got lost, and I couldn't find it, and they sent me several replacement springs, which was great. It was like, okay, if this would have been some overseas OTF from God only knows where, I don't know where I'd ever got another spring, right? It would have been search for the impossible. That's what I like about this, okay? This company. And these are not absolute break the bank type knives. These are not $500. They're not $400. And I have a discount code for these. I think it's 20%. It'll be down below though. And so that makes these things pretty affordable, maybe even under 200. Can't remember. But these are full retail are like around 220, something like that. M390, and this, wow, this Bulldog is, that's a heavy duty looking knife, but I don't think the blade's all that. Now the Grunt was like a 3-inch blade. Let me see what this is. Okay, this is more like 3 1/4, 3.3. Okay, overall length 8 inches. Okay. Nah, the Grunt was a shorter blade than this. Now, the Grunt that I had, I believe, was in a Warncliffe as well. But you can look at that one by clicking on the link below. I mean, I'll put my Takcom reviews down below, so you can go through them and check them out. Yeah. And you know what? I was going to pull the Barracuda back out. I don't know where it is. I guess I got to go searching through my stuff. I swear to God, it's around here somewhere. So Barracuda, and then I just recently got a couple of tack knives, not Takcom, but tack knives, because they were on sale at like 50% off, and they were inexpensive, and they're like D2 and bayonet blades and really great. And I mean, I think net was like 49 bucks or something each. So I got two different colors, and I love them. They're great to use. This is not as tight as a Barracuda. I don't know why, because Bestech makes them all, right? So however their tooling was for the Barracuda, it was ultra close tolerance. This is back to, yeah, God, I've got Microtechs around here, but I don't have them under the camera. But same play as a Microtech, okay? It's a little, you know, gotta have a little. And we got fullers here. But that looks just so standard, right? I mean, you know, it doesn't look offensive. It doesn't look tactical and dangerous. But I mean, it's just real practical. 3¼ inch blade. Nice little choil area in here, this and that. So this is just something you can throw in your pocket. Let me see how heavy it is. It doesn't feel very heavy. Okay, 4.3 ounces. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of knives are in that range. Grams, 123. Okay. So not ultra lightweight. It's not like a 2.5 ounce or a 3 ounce, but it's pretty damn light. And you got a deep carry pocket clip here. And, you know, this is pretty pliable. It's not as stiff as some. At least you can get it over your pocket lip, but it's not so loose that it's gonna let the knife go anywhere, okay? But you can flip it because you got a plate here, so you can go right and left hand. So is this fully ambidextrous? Well, hell yeah, it is. So there's that. I mean, no, I'm not going to take it apart. Blow a spring, I think I got some extra parts, but I'm not. Yeah, if you haven't seen me take apart an OTF, I probably haven't done one recently though, but I've done it before. You know, you take it out, you got the carriage with the spring on the thing back here, and you got the little things that allow the blade to go forward, and then they lock it in position, and then, you know, when you disengage this, then the spring pulls, okay, whatever. 11.9, 0.47, so that's like a PM2 if I had one around here, which I dragged it over to my other shipping area. I've been beating that poor dog. But 11.9 millimeters, so, you know, most knives are in this range or thicker, okay? Oh, and let's do the blade steel. Okay, 3.1. 3. Let's go to 3.12. Okay, 3 millimeter blade stock. Not bad. Stone washy, right? The ergos on this are just not a problem. Boy, it feels good. So it's a mental thing with me to get past the idea that these are not tactical. And this is not. I mean, this is just a regular, but it's just that this is how it deploys as opposed to, you know, a flipper. I mean, it's a flipper. This one deploys just as quickly, you know. And this is the Eutectic Trinity. So this is 3.6 inch blade and like 8.5 or whatever overall length. So it's actually a bigger knife. Let's get these blade tips lined up. Okay, so overall, yeah, it's a longer blade, a longer knife overall, okay? But this one's 8 inches, so when you hit 8 inches, you're in the full size range. And, you know, but at 4.3 ounces, 3¼ inch blade, you're kind of in a lot of people's sweet zone, especially at 0.46 for thickness here. That's not bad either. And, you know, the good thing about Takcom, now, here's the bad thing about Takcom. I need more colors. I need more, but that's about it. You know, I just want more colors. That's all. And they could do like a zombie pattern. You know, wouldn't that be cool? I mean, it would be interesting to try some different kind of, you know, effects like Microtech does. I mean, they do all kinds of like apocalyptic or, you know, bounty hunter or, you know, zombie or whatever. You know, wouldn't that be cool? And different colors and all that. Yes. Now, I have a feeling Takcom has been morphing so fast from the tack knives to the high-end OTFs, and they're trying to offer a variety of models right now. I think they've been focusing on that instead of making them pretty or whatever, you know, splashing and jazzing or whatever. But I think the splash and jazz will come in its time. You know what I'm saying? But I think right now, they're building their company and headed in a direction where they're not there yet as far as they're concerned. And so we'll see how that goes. But, you know, very promising. I mean, really good quality. I was blown away when they go, Bestech's making them. It's like, okay. I mean, I got no problem with that. Bestech's doing a lot of fine OEM stuff. And I was just shocked that Bestech's making OTFs, you know, and doing a great job at it. I mean, they got the machining expertise. I guess they could do it. But so this one, hammer time. Feels good, easy to fire off, all that kind of thing. Not a problem. And apparently, we've got an area for a lanyard, which I guess wouldn't be bad, right? I mean, kick a lanyard through here, put that on there too, hang that out your pocket. Okay. But this just makes it a regular old Joe knife, doesn't it, in a way? But M390 and stuff, one of these days, I guess I do have some flat surface on here, or I could take the blade out of it and send it in and have it tested at some point in time. But I believe the stuff that we had tested from Hogue from Bestech a couple of years ago, hit 60 on the Rockwell. So I don't remember anything 62 or anything, but I remember 60. So, okay. I mean, I bet they're probably still right there. And so that makes it pretty reasonable for edge retention. It's bringing, you know, the goodies out in this, and 20% chromium and stuff, pretty, you know, corrosion resistant as well. But if you haven't tried a Takcom knife, you might want to just give it a shot. Take a look at it. If you're not into automatics, then if you're not into automatics, actually look at tack knives and look at their folding. And maybe on Takcom, I'll give you the links to both, but maybe on Takcom, they may have some folders too. And I think he was working on a folder, a high-end folder too. And I don't know where that is in the process. So that might be interesting as well. I do have some of their folders from the tack knives that were like 35 bucks, but they were also Nemo knives, Fat Dragon designs, but they were being branded under other knives and under other names as well. And they were way cool, and they were big, and I've got videos on those too. And I still got some of them. And so those are way cool too, as far as folding knives that are really inexpensive, cool designs, and just worker bees. You know what I mean? Like D2 worker bees in G10. But these, no, these are all hot class here. So we'll see how they go, because they're very competitive when you compare to domestically made OTFs. Okay, so, and quality, I don't know, M390 to M390, aluminum to aluminum. You know, heat treat to heat treat, blade play to blade play. I don't know if I would know blindfold, you know, a difference. So other than it would cost me like 150 more. So I'll let you go. Takcom Bulldog, the Grunt, the Barracuda, all kinds of models there. You might want, oh, the Stubby. I mean, they got some cool models out now, thank God. And some inlaid with carbon fiber, that kind of thing. So check them out. I'll leave you the links to both the Tac knives, the budget stuff, and Takcom, the higher end stuff, along with discount codes, that kind of thing. Yeah, we do. We love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.